The aim would have been a successful test fire like this one back in 2012. Instead, last month, a Trident missile launched from a nuclear deterrent submarine misfired and dropped into the ocean. It's the second malfunction in a row in a major embarrassment for the Royal Navy.
Good afternoon and a pleasure.
Ministers played down the failure and said HMS Vanguard had still been cleared to return to nuclear patrols.
All we are prepared to say is that there was this event-specific anomaly relating to the test firing, which means we are nevertheless confident that were it the case that we had to fire a strategic missile in anger, we would not have to deal with that issue.
The Defence Secretary and the head of the Navy had been on board the submarine off the coast of Florida when the misfire happened on the 30th of January.
So we stand shoulder to shoulder.
But it was business as usual, in public at least, when Grant Shapps met his American counterpart the very next day. The UK was only forced to come clean after a newspaper revealed the glitch.
There's no doubt it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing.
A former Navy chief said he's spoken to some of the crew involved.
It's quite deflating when you do it and it doesn't work. They know that what they did was absolutely spot on, and they are actually fairly buoyant, coming back to do their first of the patrols, having had the refit.
Keeping one of the Navy's 4 nuclear-armed submarines continuously at sea is the cornerstone of not just Britain, but all of NATO's defences, including here in Latvia. And it's not just about ensuring the boats, missiles and warheads work. The messaging around anything to do with the nuclear deterrent is also carefully controlled to avoid escalating tensions or exposing a vulnerability. It means the misfiring of the Trident missile, even though apparently it wasn't because of a problem with the weapon, sends the wrong kind of signal to Britain's enemies. And that's a concern for its friends. With security threats growing, now is not the time for confidence in the UK to shrink. Deborah Haynes, Sky News, Latvia.